One strategy we could use when we're subtracting across zeros is called the top and bottom trick. So the way that it works is you need a whole hundred or a whole thousand as your top number to do this trick or strategy. So if you have a whole hundred, like you have 100, 200, 300, 400, all the way up to 900. Those are your whole hundreds. Or a whole thousand, you can use this trick. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, and all the way up to 9,000. You can use this trick. Those are all your whole hundreds and your whole thousands. This trick works to subtract across zero. So let's say I had the whole hundred, I had 500. And I wanted to subtract 138. Now I could use the top and bottom trick to subtract across the zeros to help me. I know that regrouping is going to take some time. So I can take one away from my top number. 500 take away 1 is 499. And I know 138 take away 1 is 137. Now I'm all regrouped and I could subtract. Before I could not subtract 8 from 0. I would have needed to regroup for my tens place. I could not subtract 30 from 0. I didn't have enough, so I would have had to have regrouped the 500 into my tens, and then I'd have to regroup that again for my ones. So now I'm all set with the top and bottom trick. I can subtract 9, take away 7 is 2, and 90 take away 30 is 60. And 400 take away 100 is 300. So my difference is 362. And I can prove that by just showing how I would regroup. If I had 500, I'm expanding it, take away 138, I can expand that 500 plus 0, tens and 0 ones, 100 plus the 30, and then I had 8 ones for 138, and I can subtract. I know that 8 is too big. I can't subtract that from nothing, which is 0. I cannot subtract 30 from nothing in the tens place. Therefore, I need to regroup. So I'm going to regroup here. 500, take away 100. I'm left with 400 in my hundreds place. I move 100 that I subtracted over to the tens. Now I have enough to subtract in my tens, but I do not have enough ones to subtract in my ones place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to regroup the 10. 100 take away 10 is 90. I move that 10 to the tens place, and now I have enough in my ones place. 10 take away 8 is 2. 90 take away 30 is 60. And 400 take away 100 is 300. 300 plus 60 plus 2 is the same, the same difference. 362. I can do another problem using the top and bottom trick for subtracting across zeros. So let's say I have 2,000 take away 346, and I want to subtract. Well, I can use the top and bottom trick because I have a whole thousand. I have 2,000, and I know if I take 1 away from 2,000, I have 1,999, and I need to take 1 away from my bottom number with the top and bottom trick. I have 346. I'm going to take away 1, and I'm left with 345. Now I'm all set, I'm all regrouped, and I can subtract. 9 take away 5 is 4. 90 take away 40 is 50, and 900 take away 300 is 600, and 1,000 take away 0 is 1,000. So my difference is 1,654. Now, the top and bottom trick for subtracting across zeros is not as efficient, and it doesn't work if you do not have a whole hundred or 1,000 as your top number. So I'm going to show you this. So say you had 404, take away 122. And you're thinking, well, I have 100 I have a 0 right here in the tens place of 404. I can subtract across zeros. I could subtract 1 from 404, and I have 403. And if I subtract 1 from 122, I have 121. But it doesn't work the same way. I'm still going to need to regroup. It didn't make a difference when I do not have a whole 100. It does not work. I'm not all the way regrouped. 3 take away 2 is 1, 0. I still need to regroup. This trick, the top and bottom trick, does not work if you do not have a whole 100 or 1,000 as your top number. So you would just need, the trick wouldn't work for this. I would need to regroup anyway. So this wouldn't be an efficient strategy to use for this problem. I would use a different strategy or trick. So the top and bottom trick is awesome for subtracting across zeros when you have a whole 1,000 as your top number.